Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. So, before we are starting with the reading today, I want to share a quote with you, and here it goes. The unhealed version wouldn't say anything, the healing version would react, the healed version observes and chooses. I will repeat. The unhealed version of me wouldn't say anything. The healing version would react. The healed version observes and chooses. If you are going through healing, and I think that a lot of people here absolutely are, I think that it's an important share because I think that many people here, many people of the collective, not everyone, but a lot, they were people pleasers, they were avoiding conflict, they were understanding maybe a little bit too much. And so most of us, we didn't express ourselves. We were trying to understand the other, make everyone comfortable, and we might not have learned how to express ourselves or feelings, all of those things. And then suddenly we awaken to the reality, we start our healing, and then we start to express ourselves. Very often it might come out not in the best way, which is totally acceptable, right? If we are seeing a child learning to walk, in the beginning, they don't walk, in a very gracious way, right? So it's very normal. And also, let's be honest, many people were not used for us to start to react and speak up. And so they, even if we deliver the message very well, a lot of people don't like it and they don't want us to start to express ourselves. They might pretend they do, but in fact they prefer for us to be in this pink-colored glasses that we think that we can adapt ourselves and everything will be okay and all of those things, right? But then there is another phase. Later on, once you are healed, I personally realized that when I was expressing myself, first of all, as said, it didn't always come the right way. Second, even if it came the right way afterwards, I realized, because in the beginning I was blaming myself, I was saying, okay, maybe I didn't deliver the message the right way. Later on, I realized that no, very often I did deliver the message the very right way. The problem was not the way that I was expressing whatever I was saying, it was the fact that I was saying, right? And then I realized that sometimes at the end of the day, I was expressing myself and I was afterwards going home and repeating all those conversations over and over and over again in my head. And it was not worth it. So I think that later on, once we get to somehow a more healed version of ourselves, we decide when it's worth talking and when it's not worth talking. I can tell you that most of the time for me, I am trying one time, maybe two times, but I very quickly observe how a person is reacting, right? If they are gaslighting, if they are starting to attack me, if, sometimes they make it very comfortable, but at the end it doesn't change anything. So, I'm becoming more observant and adapting myself according to who I'm dealing with, right? So anyway, I wanted to share this with you. I think that it's an important subject, right? So, let's get into a healing. So, first of all, the intro. This is a group reading, so it might be for you. It might be partly for you and it might not be for you. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. You are already supposed to know what we are talking about. I'm here to give you a little bit more information, insights of confirmation of something you already know. If I am talking about masculines or feminines, I am not especially talking about the gender, but about the energy from where someone is operating. So these two apply it however it applies in the roles, to the roles in your life. And this can be past, present, or future. So let's see. What are we talking about today? Adventure in reverse. Care in the uprights. Natural disaster. Overload. Apology in reverse. I will watch this. Good news in reverse. Okay. We have memory, saving, another two, eternal love in reverse, and indulgence. Okay. It kind of feels that we are staying in the same subject than what I talked about before. You might have realized that some connections were in fact conditional, which might be a shock in fact, right? Because when you are someone who tends to love unconditionally, realizing that I want to say coming to the acceptance, because I feel that we know when love is conditional, even though we might not be able to express it, but we feel that we are not truly free to do whatever we want to do. We might feel that we cannot say no. We might feel that we need to walk on eggshells. We might feel that there are consequences when we are respecting ourselves or listening to ourselves, right? So I kind of feel that we might intuitively feel that the love is conditional, the connection is conditional, but it takes some time to truly be able to see it very clearly, right? This is also the reason why I get into so much insights here in those readings, because I hope that I'm succeeding maybe to help you get clarity about something that you already know, you already feel, but you might be in a battle about it. So I hope that maybe my insights can give you the clarity to put a name on what it is, right? So, sorry. So the adventure here is in reverse. It's talking about exploring. Look, the person, they are looking, they are exploring. So I kind of feel that you are done being in the observant state, right? You might have been there for some times, trying to understand, trying to adapt yourself, trying to know what is your responsibility, what is not. You know, if you are dealing with a lot of gaslighting, so it is kind of a natural thing to be in the place of the observer and trying to understand what's going on there. Kind of feel here with this care in the second position that you decided to invest in self-care, right? It's not about everyone now. It's not about other people's comfort. Now you are taking your own comfort in consideration, maybe because you got to some kind of place where you couldn't deal with your own feelings and emotions anymore. You might have felt that you were oversensitive. If you already been there, you know why I put oversensitive between quotation marks. It's a difficult word for people who start to express themselves and all those things. This is why I put it between quotation marks, right? And you might have started to speak up and have the backlash that in fact you might have expected, but you got it in real time, right? Which might be uncomfortable, but at the same time, you know, when you intuitively feel that you need to walk on eggshells, when you intuitively feel that the love is conditional, and then suddenly you truly see it in front of you because you are starting to react, at the end of the day, it is freeing, right? Because you see the reality in front of you. Might be talking here about people who are always asking you to apologize when in fact you are just reacting to the abuse that they created. And I kind of feel that for once you decided to refuse to apologize. Very good. I don't think that we need to apologize all the time. Some people think that if somebody is telling you that you hurt them, then you have to apologize, even if the intention was not to hurt them. As someone who grew up with kind of narcissistic individuals, I won't apologize unless truly I feel the apology. Because some people want to apologize just to make you feel small and for you to carry the responsibility of their actions, their abuse, their mistreatment, all those kind of things. I kind of feel that you might be in this phase where you might be revisiting the past. It might simply come up to you in the middle of nowhere that suddenly you remember something of the past, right? This is also a phase of healing. A lot of things that might have been stuck in your subconscious in order to protect yourself, once you are healing and you become stronger, in fact, all those memories are coming up again. It is like now you are armed in order to deal with those emotions, right? This is why healing, there is ups and downs, because suddenly out of the blue something from years and years and years ago can pop up, but it is because your internal system feel that you are able now to deal with it, so they don't need to protect you from this memory. They want you to your system wants you to digest, in fact, this memory. But in order to digest it, to feel it, to release it, you need to have access to it, right? It's a good thing, because before, when it was hidden from your conscience, it was driving you, in fact, and you couldn't do anything about it because you didn't remember, right? So, saving, I kind of feel here that we are talking about saving yourself, preserving yourself. We are in the seventh position, healing, growth, spirituality, so it's a good thing. And I kind of feel that you start to observe which relationships are truly healthy, worthwhile fighting for, and which ones are not. With this indulgence here, we have persuasion, bribe, temptation. So some people might try to find ways in order to maintain whatever was in the past, right? So they might try all kind of dirty tricks on you. I'm saying dirty tricks because they might try to make you feel guilty. Please observe, right? Observe. The reason why people are doing whatever they are doing, don't just absorb. Please, please, please. We are the most attacked when we are in the healing process, because the people who were benefiting of us being weak, being confused, being the people pleaser, avoiding conflict, they want us to stay in this state, right? And with healing, we gain clarity, we regain our voice, our individuality, we become stronger, and those people don't want that, okay? So I kind of feel here that for you, you have finished observing some situations, some connections in your life, and those people might not appreciate it, and they might try to manipulate you in a way or another in order to keep you weak, doubting yourself, all those kind of things. So let's see. Let's see. What should the collective be aware of regarding this situation? What should we know? The Eight of Wands, the Hangman. With the Eight of Wands here, it is a very strong energy. I feel here that we might be talking about the rapid change that is happening since you have awakened to something. Maybe you have truly tried to communicate a lot about changes that you want to see in your life. Maybe regarding some connections. We have the Hangman here in reverse. So some people don't want to change perspective. They don't want to see things in another light, right? They are protecting themselves of growth, of healing, of doing the work, of accepting your point of view, right? So they might feel attacked when in fact you are trying to bring the connection to another level, make it healthy for you. I kind of feel that there is something here that I need to say. It is that very often when you are in a connection with someone who is not healthy, your suffering is irrelevant for them. They don't feel the need to change, right? They don't. They live through some kind of wound of the past, and they don't change. This is why they are bleeding on you. This is why you might suffer from this person, maybe carrying burdens that are theirs, that they need to heal, but they are not doing it, right? So you became their emotional punching bag. And they don't want it to change. So if you approach them because you want to change the connection, because you want to bring it to a healthier place, it is because you are suffering. They don't. They don't. So they don't want. They are stuck. They don't want what you want. Let me see here if you can see the cards. You absolutely can. And I want to put this. This was in the upright and this was in the upright. I will put it like this. So I have a little bit more space. I like to start here with this Eight of Wands because it is a quick movement. There is action. Things are moving. I kind of feel because we started here with the adventure in reverse, which, as said, it is talking about exploring, right? This is kind of a passive energy. It is not truly passive because inside of you, there is a lot of learning, a lot of, you are actively exploring in order to understand something, right? But it is kind of passive. And I kind of feel now, and the Eight of Wands might be the most active energy that we have in the tarot deck. So you are truly switching from being in this passive place to reacting, to acting. There is the word action here, right? Action, the time is now. So I like to see that. Let's see, what else should we be aware of here? I feel that you realized that you were put into a corner. Somebody didn't want you to gain knowledge, understanding, self. I'm sorry, I just realized that my nails are dirty. I put them into the soil. I'm sorry about it. So I kind of feel here that someone wanted you to be in a dark place, right? They didn't care. They want you to be in the dark place. The King of Swords here, we are talking about somebody very manipulative, very cold, very manipulative. using their intelligence in order to control you. They don't care about you. We are talking here about someone very, very, very cold. Very cold, very selfish, as said, very manipulative and using their intelligence to serve them and only them, right? They don't care. So let's see. And I kind of feel that they also used these manipulative tactics in order to make you doubt yourself. I see here, you know, dimming your light. This is what I see here with this Hermit card in reverse. They wanted you to dim who you are in order to become who they need you to be. Tell me more here, please. Six of Cups in reverse. You are moving forward. You are taking actions here to move forward since you have understood something very, very important. It is related to your past. You have no regrets, you have no doubts. You revisited your past and you understand a lot of things now that you might not have understood before. And it's, I kind of feel here, I feel the emotional detachment, which is a good thing in this situation, right? Because it is detaching yourself of people who have hurt you in the past. But I kind of feel, once again, with the Six of Cups in reverse, we are also talking about people who are stuck in the past. And they might do some kind of actions because they want things to be as they were before when you were asleep. This is how I will say it, asleep, right? So let's see, what else should we be aware of in this situation? What should the collective be aware of? Ooh, the Devil in reverse. I love it. Listen, you were, I will tell you, you were surrounded here by people who it's all about appearances, right? It has to look a certain way from the outside, right? Superficial, as said, it's important how it looks from the outside. It doesn't truly matter how it feels in the inside. And so I kind of feel here also that your detachment is an issue, because how does it look from the outside? So they might want to keep you stuck, yes, because you might have been their emotional punching bag, but also they might understand now that you see them for who they are, which is toxic, so they don't like that. And also something else, how will they explain the fact that they don't have such access to you anymore, right? How will they explain that? We have the Devil in reverse here, which means that this is healing. This is detaching yourself from toxicity. Maybe you were dealing with addictions while you were in those kind of environments. This might be going down now, right? But anyway, this is taking distance of toxicity. So they don't like it because they also don't like the way that it looks, right? They don't like the way that it looks from the outside. It doesn't flatter their image. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, they feel left in the cold. They feel left in the cold. And for someone who, for who it's very important the way that they look from the outside, it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. You see, we have here the Three of Cups in reverse. So it is about other people, how it looks to other people. They don't like it. they don't like the way that it reflects on them. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, they are trying to avoid the tower. They are trying to avoid the tower here, right? They might be hiding what is going on, right? That maybe you felt the need to protect yourself, take distance. They might be painting a very, very different image also. They might be saying that you are in a difficult emotional state, that you are suffering from I don't know what, presenting things in a very different light, that you owe them an apology, in fact, right? They are making up fake memories. This is what they are doing, right? Because they are trying to avoid here to be seen for who they are. Yeah, they are trying to avoid the burdens. The burdens of you deciding to, you put down burdens that were not yours to carry. So they are truly trying to avoid people to see what's going on. You see here on the card, it is written, who will carry the burden? And you said, not me anymore, not me. I'm not doing that anymore. Tell me more here, please. They will do everything in their power in order for you to not be able to take emotional distance. They don't want you to heal. They are terrified by your healing. But we have the Fool here in reverse. Reckless behavior. They are taking stupid risk. This is what will expose them. This is what will expose exactly who they are. This is impulsive, careless, reckless behavior. Totally irresponsible. They are not thinking clearly because they lost control over you. They will do everything in their power to keep you stuck. The Eight of Cups, you see the person here is going towards the moon. I don't know if you can see it because the image is small here, right? But it's truly somebody who is leaving in order to heal. So they are even leaving behind them people that they love, but it is truly in order to go and find themselves. The idea is not to disappear and not come back. It's not the idea. It's truly taking the distance in order to be able to do the healing work. They don't want you to do that. And they might be talking about you as if you are irresponsible, if you are impulsive, if you are careless, when you are absolutely not. But let's remember that we are dealing here with people for who what people say about them, it is the most important. The way that it looks from the outside. Tell me more here, please. What should we be aware of? The Hierophant in reverse. And the Knight. I'm so not surprised to see this Knight of Swords in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse. Somebody here that thought that they had some kind of authority over you, right? And they might have succeeded somehow to have some kind of emotional control over your emotions. So somebody who thinks that they have the right to have some kind of authority over you. But we are talking here about someone who is, it is my way or the highway. They have no morality, no ethics, no integrity, no empathy. It is someone who wants to be a master teacher, but they don't have what it takes. They don't have what it takes. So they want you to listen to them when they are totally unhealed, when they are selfish as can be, it is not someone that you need to listen to. This might be someone corrupted. But their authority is very important. You need to admire me. You need to listen to me. The smear campaign card. Are we surprised? No, we are not. We said here, right, that they present you as mentally unstable, fragile, acting recklessly, carelessly. You owe them an apology. They are making up stories. We know that, right? The smear campaign card. It's here. Can you see? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay. What else should the collective know here? The world in reverse. They are stuck in a cycle. They don't change, right? We already talked about that. They don't change. One reason why they don't change, it is because they are putting all their attention on others, on controlling others, on what others think about them. But it's all about ego. It's all about the image. It's all about a mask. We are not talking about that they want people to admire them for who they truly are. No, it is for how it looks from the outside. So they are stuck here in this cycle. And for them, in fact, this cycle, this new world has opened a dark world the moment that you free yourself. The moment that you started your healing journey, the moment that you could detach yourself of the emprise, how do we say emprise? Of the power that they had over you, the mind control that they had over you, the confusion that they instilled in you. The moment that you released, that you started the healing, that you understood where the toxicity is coming from, where the hurt is coming from, why you are the way that you are, this is the moment that a new dark world has opened for them, because now they lost you. So they lost their emotional punching bag, but they have also lost the lie, the false image about themselves that they were selling to you. Tell me more here, please. The Four of Cups in reverse. And the Page of Pentacles. You released. You released. They wanted you to be totally closed off. This is what they wanted, especially the moment that they realized that you were starting to understand that they needed to take some kind of responsibility, right? Regarding their behavior towards you. Once you started to refuse to carry the burdens and the stories that they were telling you, once you started to understand that there was some kind of toxicity in this connection, they wanted you to be isolated. This is what they wanted. This is why the smear campaign also, they wanted you to be isolated. Because they are also very much afraid of what you can say about them, right? So they wanted you isolated. You are not. You might be in hermit mode. You might be protective of yourself, but it doesn't come from a place of lack of self-love. It comes from a place of self-love. It comes of a place of I can feel here that there is a smear campaign. I can feel here that people are trying to get into my business or into my mind. So I am protecting myself. It is like a protection for yourself, in fact, you know? But it's not that you are isolating because you feel rejected or you feel shameful. It's none of that. They wanted you to isolate because you feel rejected, because you feel like you are the bad guy, like you are the problem, right? This is what they wanted. It's not the case. Even if you are isolating, it comes from a place of strength, of peace. Totally different. Page of Pentacles. Let's see what this Page of Pentacles is here. Is there some kind of opportunity coming your way? Is there some kind of proof that you are not isolating the way that they want you to isolate? I don't know. Let's see. Why did this Page of Pentacles come up? Okay, 1 second. The Hermit. And the Seven of Swords in reverse. Listen, with the Seven of Swords in reverse here, this is exposure of ugly behavior, hidden agenda, the smear campaign, for example. And this is also saying that they cannot get away with what they did. They cannot get away with what they did, and I kind of feel that they cannot get away with what they did because also of your understanding. The Hermit here, we started with this card of observation, right? Sometimes people are asking me, how do you have so much understanding about abuse, toxicity, all those kind of things? The reason is very simple. It is because I loved people who are narcissistic, toxic, abusive, right? And I came from a place of love. I observed a lot. I wanted to understand them. I wanted them to treat me better. So I put a lot of energy. It all came from a place of love. And it's kind of what I feel that you did. This is what I kind of feel here. So you gained a lot of knowledge. You gain a lot of knowledge, and I kind of feel that this knowledge here with this Page of Pentacles, because the Page of Pentacles it's in fact a manifestation of something concrete, right? Here it is written, manifestation of an abundant harvest. And I kind of feel here with this Hermit card and with this Adventure card, talking about exploration, I kind of feel that you learned a lot here. You learned a lot. And they know that they cannot get away with it anymore. They cannot escape. They can't. And you also cannot escape anymore. You cannot escape what you know now. Tell me more here. Closure, please. Yes, and what you cannot escape is to realize that yes, you were in a connection with people, may it be your family, may it be your circle, may it be your community, where it is all about appearances. People are saying one thing, they are doing something else. It's very opportunistic. It doesn't come from a place of the heart. It is selfish, opportunistic. This is what it is. King of Pentacles. It's about control. It's about status, power, image. This is what it is. This is what it is. It's written here, the man who has everything, right? In the upright position, because in the upright position, a King of Pentacles, it is a boss, but it is a good boss. Here it's not. Here it is someone who would do anything and everything for money. Money is their god. Their whole identity relies in appearances, how it looks from the outside. And I kind of feel that you realize that this is your whole environment. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This talks about family, this talks about the community. I kind of feel that you understand that it's all around. It's all around. And this is maybe the reason why when you try to understand what was going on and get some kind of advice, you didn't get anything. Why? Because you were complaining about the crook to the crook. You know, it's like if you are asking to a crook, should I put a complaint about this person? The crook will tell you no, absolutely not. You should not, because they are trying to protect themselves. Kind of feel here that this is what we are talking about here. That you realize that you are just made of something different. You are made differently, right? You want something else. Yeah, it's a lot about control and manipulation, but you see it now. You see it now, and now you are longing for relationship where it is all about balance. Equal give and take. Equal give and take. You don't want something that looks good from the outside, but doesn't feel good. You don't want it. It costs you too much. You had to heal from too much. This environment has put you in a place of exhaustion, of survival, of paranoia even. But now you see it. You are no more in the stalemate position that you were here observing what was going on. You are not there anymore. You see things very, very clearly. You took distance in order to go to calmer waters and regain your mental clarity. And it's a win. It's a victory. It's a victory. And the wheels have turned now. I kind of think that you understand now that all those appearances, it is to cover something very dramatic, in fact. Yeah, you went towards your new beginning. You have mental clarity now. And you courageously move forward towards your new beginning. We have the Knight of Swords here, right after the King of Swords. And the Queen of Pentacles. This is courage. This is strength and courage, being courageous, moving forward, maintaining your heart space. This is the biggest win. This is the biggest win. With all this situation, maintaining who you are and moving forward with courage, passion, inspired action, vision, honor, leadership. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, you are not confused anymore. You see through the illusion. You see through the illusion. That's it. I will leave it here. I kind of feel that we have a clear image of what is going on here. We have a lot of readings about healing, which is not surprising because I'm a healer, right? I'm not trying to guide it this way. I kind of feel that it is also coming up now because, as I already said, we are ending a cycle, we are getting into a new cycle. And maybe all those discussions are important in order to start this new cycle with a new mindset. We are getting into a new cycle, which means a year one. The year one, it is talking about your relationship with yourself. It is about your seed, your inner self, right? So we might have a lot of other readings like this during all 2026. It might be. I had some questions about relationship readings and all those kind of things. First of all, I'm not controlling what comes up. What comes up, right? I'm not guiding the healing in any way. But also in year one, it is a lot about you and yourself. It is about truly think about nature, the seed. It's the construction of the seed. In year two, we are more talking about partnership, relationship, all those kind of things. Year one, it is a individual year. It is about you and yourself and your relationship with self, which is extremely important because this is what will define afterwards what will happen in year two and in year three and in the, you know, all the things that are going on after. So this year one, it is about you, right? But if there is some kind of readings that come up that are about love, we already had some, then I'm not against it. I'm going with the flow, right? But I wouldn't be surprised that we will still have a lot of discussions about the self. Wouldn't be surprised, considering that we are getting into a year one. So, I hope that it was insightful. I'll read you in the comments. And I wish you a beautiful day, afternoon, evening, whenever you are watching this. Bye.